Happy Friday! Wow, what an exciting week. How was your 4th of July? Yeah, anybody missing body parts? Got all your fingers and toes? I hope so. So, as you know, Friday night is all about hanging out with friends and family, having fun, and just kicking back relaxed. Because some of us worked hard. Some of us are going to work hard next week. Either way, we gotta have some fun time. So, as you know, mi casa is su casa. There we go. Words. It's gonna be a word night, I can tell already. Leave your shoes at the door. Bar's always open. Make yourself a drink, or maybe 2. Could be 3. Hard to say. Smokes and vapes are served by the waitress if you can find her. I haven't seen her in like 3 weeks, so I don't know. I think she quit. But either way, help yourself. Kick back, relax. Let's have some fun. All right. Backstage is filling up. We got some exciting things going on tonight. But first of all, I want to say hey to everybody who's out there. So check that out. Rosalind Kier. Thank God it's Friday. Woohoo. I feel ya. And Smiley Girl says, Happy Friday, we made it. Yeah, I was kind of wondering. There are those days we're just not sure. Smiley says, hi, Rose. And hi, Smiley. And, oh, yeah, Wild Angel, how you doing, love? Good to have you with us. Says, hi, Wild Angel. Alpha Cruz, hello. How you doing, Alpha? Good to see you, my man. We kind of missed you last week, buddy. Heard you kind of crashed on us, but that's okay. You're here tonight, so thanks for hanging out with us, my man. Now, as always, guys, I definitely want to remind you that all of this great energy, hard work, and everything that we share with you today is brought by 2 very special people. The first, of course, is Project Duck Depression. Now, if you don't know, when people are feeling down, it doesn't take a lot. You don't have to give them money or shower them with gifts. All you got to do is give them a little tiny duck, and that can change their entire day. So you want to give that thank God it's Friday feeling to anybody any day of the week? Give them some duck. Go duck bomb their office. In fact, my office has already been duck bombed and stays that way, just to keep it positive. So, want to give a huge shout out to Rosalind Kier and Cyro Kier, the founders of Project Depression. We're working every day to make one more person smile, one duck at a time. So, give them a lot of love. It's cold there. Sorry, it's cold, Alpha. Yeah, I feel it. It's hot here too. Yeah, Smiley says 103 degrees. Man, that's cooking. That is ugly. But it's getting there. Oh, Roz, absolutely. I love the ducks. Yes, definitely. Now, another great supporter out there that we always love to give back to is the creatures that can't fend for themselves. Because people, you can give them a duck and that'll make them smile. But another one we really love to give a shout out to is Karma Farm Sanctuary. Now, these are animals that have gone through some horrific events, and they're getting a forever home at Karma Farms. So, once again, we support Karma Farms everywhere we go. Kelly and Alex, we love you guys. Keep putting out the good energy, and everybody go out, follow Karma Farms. Give them a little bit of love, just let them know, hey, thanks for taking care of the animals, the critters that can't talk and say, hey, they don't know what they need. They can't communicate that, so they're giving them a great home. So definitely go check out those 2. There's the links in the chat right there. If nothing else, some Serenity sent you, and you want to learn more about them, and they do some amazing things. Now, with Karma Farm Sanctuary, there's one person that promotes them heavily because she makes literally replicas of the animals at Karma Farms. We've given several away here today on Down Home Crypto and in different giveaways. And that would be none other than the amazing Miss Wild Angel. How you doing, love?
Hi, guys.
You're spinning.
Had to make them spin.
I love it. Happy 4th.
It's
that's
fan.
it. Okay. I was like, what is going on?
How'd they do it?
Yeah.
It's my crafty magic.
See, there you go. You got voodoo stuff going on. Absolutely, Roz. Love Karma Farms. Definitely.
Totally love Karma Farms. From what I understand, Henry has arrived and to his new home. And the Henry stuffy, not the real Henry. Yes, the real Henry is officially at Karma Farms and settled in nicely. He is out of quarantine and everything and is free to be with Scarlett and the other one.
Nice.
Sorry, now, Kelly, I forgot.
Now, who won the replica of Henry?
I would need to go look that up real quick, but I can find that pretty quick.
Okay. Well, while you're doing that, let's see who else is hiding backstage with us tonight. So we know it's never a party because parties mean trouble, and there's only one person I always get in trouble with. That's none other than Mr. Cyro here.
What's up?
How you doing, brother?
How's it going?
Going pretty good, my man. How about you?
Oh, It's been a weird day. Didn't couldn't fall asleep last night. Laid in bed for like an hour and 40 minutes and just wasn't happening. So I was like, got up, watched a movie, kind of chilled for a little while. Wound up passing out for a little bit at like 12:30, and then woke up at 3. Straightened up around the house, etc. Now I'm here.
Nice. So yeah, your day is all screwed up.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, either way, you're here. So thanks for joining us, brother. So how was your 4th? I know you do a special barbecue kind of things going. Tell us about what did you make?
Yeah. So what we did is we went to BTK's parents' house, hung out with them, got to meet the rest of his family, and I made 6 pounds of my pulled chicken barbecue sandwiches. And I think everyone went back for seconds. Some people I saw go back for thirds. So I think it was a hit.
Nice. Where's mine? I'm hungry.
I got a little bit left over in the fridge, but you might have to fight Rose for it. So I don't think you're going to win that one.
Yeah, I don't think so either. There's not a man on this planet I'm afraid of, but there are a few women. I know better. I love it.
I have a smother the husband pillow.
Mm-hmm. She really does.
It's always good to have one of those around.
Has never been used,
Oh, yeah.
but
It'll be an accidental death. He accidentally stopped breathing. It happens.
Yeah,
So-
after you go past a certain age, the police just don't question it.
Right.
They're just like, yeah, I mean, he's old enough. It makes sense.
Exactly, yeah. Don't even worry about an autopsy. Yeah, he's got no hair left. Yeah, he's fine. Don't worry about it. He's fine out of his misery. I think they're trying to kill me here, guys. I don't know. What do you guys think? Good pillow. Yeah, exactly. Rose says, wonder how good they are. I ate 4 sandwiches yesterday before I lost count how many I was eating. Damn, that is good. I'm going to make myself sick. Yes, I passed away peacefully in my sleep. Yeah, Alpha, that's one way I want to go. I want to go peacefully in my sleep, not screaming like the passengers in my car. I'm good with that. So, anyway, of course, we got more people backstage. It's not a party because we're kind of off balance here, so we got to bring up some more beautiful women. That would be none other than Miss Smiley Girl. How you doing, girl?
Hi, I'm good. How are you guys?
hi, Smiley.
Doing
Hi.
good.
Good.
Wow, you got like Starry Night going down there. I like that. That's impressive.
She's got the
Thank
campground
you.
thing going again by the looks of it.
Yes, because I like that vibe. Somebody mentioned camping today, and I love camping,
Ooh.
so it just makes me feel happy.
Absolutely.
I like camping, but I don't like all the work that goes into it. It's a lot of work.
It is.
It is, but life's a lot of work, so I just trade off one thing
Yeah.
for another. But I get to be outside, and I like that.
True.
Perfect. So Alpha's asking, where are the fireworks?
They were everywhere last night.
Ah, yeah. Sorry, Alpha, day late, buddy. You missed him.
We had a pretty big storm with lots of wind roll through right around like 8:40. So the planned fireworks got pushed up and set off at like 8:30. I'm shocked that there weren't any house fires because of how windy everything was leading up to it. And of course, people were still setting off, their standard backyard fireworks and stuff like that. But then it rained pretty much all throughout the night, so we had a pretty quiet evening, which was nice.
Nice.
That works.
We
Case
were
ours
out
is about
till
3 in the morning
11.
when we finally got done. Dude, Boise, we like to blow shit up. I don't know.
I mean, what else is there to do out there?
Pretty much, yeah. It's all desert. You either shoot things or blow it up. Yeah, that's about it. So, let's see who we got. Let's see. Rose says, which means we'll be hearing fireworks until August. Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, probably.
So, I'm kind of curious because, of course, we're all here U.S. based. Let's go find out what they do in other countries. So, the man with the knowledge is going to hop up here with us, and that's none other than Mr. Alpha Cruz. How you doing, buddy?
Hi.
Hi, Alpha.
Hello.
Hi, Alpha.
Welcome.
Good to be here. missed last week because of a conference, but life happens sometimes.
It does sometimes. It does. So, I'm curious, Alpha. Now, of course, here in the U.S., we celebrate Independence Day. Do you guys celebrate non-Independence Day, or is it just another day of the week?
I mean, we don't celebrate the U.S. Independence Day, but we do have, we had the day when our first black president came to be. That was sometime in 1994. I don't even know which day it is anymore. Because over here, it's like, we just hear, oh, it's holiday, braai. Like, that's it. Like, there's not, we don't do anything else the moment we hear, oh, it's a holiday because of Youth Day or this day or that day. It's just like, oh, it's another braai day. Okay, cool. Like, South Africans are just so chill about everything, or we will meme everything, that it's just like, we don't even give a damn which day it is anymore. We just know, okay, if you drink beers, get your beers ready. If you drink your whiskey, get your whiskey ready. If you going to be chilling with friends, you gotta have your meat, you gotta have your chicken. You're going to be sitting whole day talking and chilling and sitting by the fire and just like braaiing all day. That's the phrase we use. So it's like, that's it. We just chill like that.
I like that. Very laid back, relaxed. Man, I wouldn't fit in at all. I'm way too high strung.
I mean, we need a little energy. Don't we all,
Well, I'm sure you guys probably celebrate some form of an Independence Day, perhaps, because there's a total of 65 countries all throughout their world that have claimed their independence from the British Empire at some point.
Yeah. For us, that would have been when Nelson Mandela became president of South Africa.
Right.
I have no idea when that was, honestly.
Okay,
I
so
just know it was
Google
in 1994.
He's already digging into it. I can see him working over there.
What?
Huh? I figured you're already
Okay, it's
researching it.
14th of June. 14th of June. There we go. 1994, we had our first black president. So, for
That's
us,
cool.
that's the day. Although, weirdly enough, like the day we really take note of is the 16th of June, which is Youth Day, because on that day, I think it was sometime in the 1990s. A lot of the youth of South Africa took to marching, and then the apartheid government at the time decided to open live rounds on them. So,
Ooh.
for us, that's a little more impactful to celebrate than the day our first black president came to be. So, yeah.
Yeah.
That
I'll
makes
go with
sense.
that.
Yeah. It's just like 14th of June, who cares? 16th of June, now we're talking.
There you go. So it was 2 days after then. 2 days later
Yeah.
than the first. Okay. Yeah, it's interesting because I was reading up today on the Declaration of Independence and how that played out, and it was supposed to be July 2nd and ended up being July 4th, and it's something about signatures or something, and yeah, weird stuff like that. It's like, everything's off by 2 days. I don't know, time warp.
Casualty.
There you go. So, guys, tonight's topic, of course, is independence. Now, not just because it's Independence Day, but because, Wild Angel and I were talking earlier today, and she gave the suggestion of freedom. I said, well, that's a very slippery slope, but the concept of independence kind of goes with it, but it also goes in other aspects of our personal life. When do we claim independence? What is independence? How do you guys rate it? So I really want to know. And let's dive out there and find out. What do you feel independence really is?
Some warning would have been nice.
Where's the
I live
fun in
the
that?
same
Come on, man.
house with him and still can't.
No.
Still can't get any heads up. Independence. For me, it's being able to voice my opinion and say what I'm gonna say without a whole lot of repercussion. China, Soviet Union, some of those countries, people are not allowed to say anything unless it is what's the propaganda machine's putting out. And the fact that for the most part we can say or do, as long as we don't hurt somebody, we can pretty much say or do what we want. Pretty much, not always, but we are not tied to that propaganda machine, and we can have other opinions. You're muted, Serenity.
Push the button. Hey, I hate go live. I did my job today.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it says in stream in the corner, so I'm good. I double checked. I checked before I said that. I'm like, oh God, did I? Yes, I did. Okay. I was worried. And audience, I want to know your guys' idea. What do you qualify as independence? Whether it's personally, politically, government-wide, what do you classify as independent? What does it take to achieve that? So, I'm kind of curious, Walter. So you're talking about other countries where they simply can't say certain things, or they get in prison, things like that. Now, I've heard a lot of that in the past, a lot of rumored, but is that factually how it still is? And is it actually that much different here in the U.S.?
I know from what I understand, granted, I don't get into a lot of politics and I really don't watch the news, so this could have shifted. But I know in China, there's a lot of things that you don't say or do because you'll disappear. In the past with communism and everything, they really did anchor that. I mean, really crack down on that. We could still, some of our streams, they've, almost crossed the demonetized line, but they haven't. But we were still able to put that out there. As a veteran, I can voice my opinion about the government and how I feel that the government is lacking. And I'm not going to jail. I'm not worried about people coming and busting in my house overnight. Behave. I don't worry about that.
Okay, fair enough. And so, I'm going to kick it over to Cy next. And Alpha, Smile, I know you guys got some great things on this. So now, Cy, Wild Angel just mentioned something about we're not going to disappear. However, I seem to recall us discussing something just the other day about an individual here in America who shared a earthquake about a fault line and then suddenly vanished.
Yeah,
Tell
the
us about
guy.
it, buddy.
I had actually downloaded the video before it got deleted, simply because I have one buddy who he always tries to open it on his computer and he can never get the video to actually open because he doesn't have TikTok. So I download videos sometimes specifically to send to him. So I had a copy of it saved. But yeah, no, his entire account just went poof, disappeared. And yeah, all of his videos deleted. It was literally like about 22 hours later when I went back to go look at it again to show somebody else. Video was gone. Said video unavailable, and his account was gone. And just poof. But to give my answer on like the original question, I think independence. True independence, I think, should be classified simply as the ability to do whatever you want, so agency, provided it does not interfere with someone else's abilities to do the same.
Otherwise, you've got anarchy.
Right. You can have agency within some structure, right? Some standard do's and don'ts, a couple golden rules here and there. But, people at the core of things should be allowed to do whatever they want, as long as it doesn't harmfully impact someone else.
Interesting. Sorry, go ahead, Alpha.
I think like that's exactly why a lot of constitutions around the world, America, South Africa, probably Canada, and a few others, especially the larger ones, have a constitution that's heavily geared towards you have the freedom of speech and the freedom of this and the freedom of that. However, you should, when speaking, be mindful of other people, not to emotionally or mentally destroy them with your words. You should be mindful of other people when you do certain actions. If you're driving down the road, don't decide to drive on the curb and knock a few people. Excuse me, that's not good. Yo, hold up. There's that laws that are implemented for those cases, and it's just like people kind of need to be a little more mindful of that when independent. Uh, I mean, that's just a little bit of extra information on that.
Alpha brings
like
the extra.
He does, always. So,
Yes.
Smiley, so let's hear it, dear. What's your definition of independence?
Oh, I have to give the definition?
Oh, no,
two
yours.
things. Well,
Just yours.
two things I wanted to say. First of all, I do not have any independence in the comments because now I cannot post comments anymore again. I don't know why this happens to me every time.
Stop breaking shit!
Yes, I'm sorry. I totally did it. But the other thing is, I was raised by parents who pretty much would kick me out all the time and say, go outside and play. And they had no idea what I was doing. And so the good thing about it was I learned how to entertain myself and I was never bored. And I had to make stuff up and find people. And of course, then the bad side is I got into trouble or bad things would happen to me and I would just have to deal with it. It never occurred to me to like go get my parents for help or anything because kind of they put me in the situation. I just have to deal with it. So I guess some of my mental toughness comes from that. And so if you think about it in a country too, the more freedom people have, the more decisions that they can make. But then they have to also accept that they have to deal with the consequences with those decisions. And maybe it's not always the best thing to have a government that's always constantly bailing them out of trouble or, coming to their rescue because it sounds like they're trying to have it both ways. So that's just my opinion on it. I like a lot of independence, but then I also accept the responsibility of it too.
Right.
Yeah, and I think that's a kind of a key aspect of it is accepting the accountability for what you choose to do.
Yeah, there's a lot of things or situations over my life, from when I was young to, not so young, where, I was invited to do something or, put in a situation and I was like, no, because while that sounds like a lot of fun, right? This is what could happen if it goes wrong, right? Or these are the potential consequences, the potential risks to doing this fun thing. So I'm going to pass, right?
Right.
And just like your parents did with you, Smiley, our parents, it was up to us to entertain ourselves. And, we played outside all the time. And usually had to watch my younger siblings to make sure they didn't accidentally kill themselves running through the forest. But, it taught us not to depend on anyone, right? Or that we couldn't depend on anyone. We were just kind of out there and we had to figure out a way to make it work.
Right. And that was the start of my physical toughness because I would hurt myself a lot. I got bit by this spider once. I had all kinds of bad things happen. But I mean, there was nobody to run to and complain about it. And you just kind of brushed the dirt off and kept going, as long as you were able to move. You didn't cry about it. You never got any attention for it. You just moved on with life. So
to this day, like even when I fall, like 2 years ago, I fell 2 stories when a ladder went out from underneath me. But even when I'm falling, right, I don't make a single sound.
Right.
No sound.
Why?
Because I'm just conditioned that there's no one around who's going to hear it anyway, right? So, I'm just like, all right. And I start mentally calculating what to do as I'm falling. And that actually saved me because I pulled my arm up like this, and there was a tree stump on the ground, probably about this thick ground at an angle. And my arm hit it instead of my chest.
Oh,
That's awesome. Wow.
Ouch. I just swear profanity. Lots of it, all the way down.
we had grandparents. There was always never failed where I lived. There was always a neighborhood grandparent type person close by. And so if any of us kids while we're out needed anything, we could go there. And I remember we had this really, really steep hill next to our house. And my friends lived down the hill and then up the other side around the corner. And my brakes didn't work so good. And I went down, couldn't pull around the corner. It's me on bikes and corners. The corner, went straight, wiped out because it was really deep gravel. So I just totally wiped out on the gravel. I'd done this corner hundreds of times, but this time I missed it. And I had road rash so bad that I'm like bleeding everywhere, all down one side. And my sister came down and got me, and she's older. Walked me up to the neighborhood grandparents because my dad was at work and my mom had already passed. And so it was just him. Just took me to the grandparents and they cleaned me up and bandaged me up and sent me back on my way. And then when we got home, my dad had a note in his hand. Apparently they'd put a note on the door. Hey, she wrecked. We cleaned her up. We did this. Here you go. But yeah, I actually, it took about a year for it to work out. I had gravel embedded in my hip.
Oh, wow.
It took almost a year of intermittent infections and everything till it finally worked its way out. But,
What is it with you and corners? Yeah, your motorcycle wreck had to do with the corner as well.
It was. I missed a corner. Too fast on a corner. Couldn't pull it. Couldn't get it around. Yeah, me on bikes and corners.
Are we all just of the gang of like just getting injured by bikes? Because I also have like a few injuries from bikes. Like I had ones where I fell, and then the handlebar of the bike went through my cheek. So that was fun.
Oh my god!
It healed up perfectly though, so there's no scarring or anything. So, but
that's good.
Yeah, that was fun. It's just like
yes,
okay.
Bikes do love attacking their riders.
They really do. I don't know how many times I've fallen off of me either. But hey, that's how you learn.
Right.
Injury is going to tell you, don't do that again.
It's aversion therapy.
There you go. And it's kind of funny. We have one standing rule in our house, and I made this years ago, and there's only 3 reasons you bother Dad. And that is compound fracture, arterial spray, or death. It doesn't involve one of those 3. Rub some dirt in it and get back out there. You're good.
And the third one, if you're dead, you're not going to bother him anyway.
Exactly. Yeah, it's okay. But we had, 6 kids running around the house. So, I mean, they're always screaming and fighting, and somebody's getting bumped. And Bruce's like, dude, if I don't see a bone sticking out, I don't see a spray pattern going to the wall, or somebody ain't dead, I don't care. Figure it out. You're okay. That's the way we ran our house. People are like, oh my God, that's so mean. And they were to take care of each other a little bit. And it wasn't, they started being more mindful of each other, I noticed, versus thinking it was okay to run up and punch your brother and run away. And that was funny. Yeah, no, Dad's not going to beat you. He's going to sit back and let the other brother just beat the hell out of you. I'm okay with that. Fair game.
Our siblings, or me and my older sister and all of our siblings, we kind of self-policed as well. Like we all respected one another, listened, etc. They listened when we spoke, and if they had a problem, they would bring it to us and we'd take care of it, just because that's what you had to do. And, I'm kind of jealous of Wild Angel's town grandparent, right? Because you go outside, scream at the top of your lungs, nobody would hear you. We were that remote.
Oh,
Right.
see, and I lived in a lot like normal subdivision you would see in most places. Houses are fairly close together. And it was just this older couple who had been in the neighborhood for 50 years and had seen all the kids coming through and would just watch out for us. If we had anybody making us feel creepy, all we had to do was go knock on their door. We had a big neighborhood husky, and everybody fed him. Gorgeous dog, but somebody had abandoned him.
Oh.
And between our house and the grandparents, because they were actually my neighbors, we had this really high grassy area. So when I was a little kid, the grass was taller than I was tall when I was like 6 or 7. Well, the husky was a leaner, and so would come up and lean on people. And this was a dog that was bigger than me. Well, one day he actually cornered me and got aggressive and started growling at me and was coming at me. And so I started screaming. And Grandpa came out and chased the dog off.
Yay.
And so it was close enough that we had that person, even though a lot of us had parents that worked. So a lot of us were latchkey kids.
Mm-hmm.
If there was a problem, we had a nurse on the block. We had grandparents on the block. If the grandparents couldn't handle it, they'd ship us over to the nurse. It worked. But they all kind of took care of us.
Nice.
When I lived in Trailer Park later, we had another set of grandparents that did the same thing.
That's cool.
So it was
That
kind of
is way cool. So, speaking of wild animals, check out what the cat just drug in. He drug in a bird. Hey, bird.
Hey, Crow.
Hey, Crow.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome, Crow. How you doing today, brother?
I'm doing great.
Nice.
Cool.
Your light's not on.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, well, he turns his light on.
There you
Just to answer your question from earlier, Justin Kramer from Heartland, Wisconsin won Henry.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Congrats.
So
Congrats, Justin. Yay, the crow has landed. Yes, the crow has landed. So,
It's
Crow,
just-
how was your fourth, buddy? You're a little late to the show. You get out of the ER okay? You healing up fine?
No, it was great. We ended up going to my brother's wife's mom's.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
So
Check
your
what I got.
brother's mother-in-law.
Correct.
Gotcha.
Went over there and shot a bunch of fireworks. Ended up staying over there till like 4 in the morning.
whoa. That's a lot of fireworks.
No, we ended up running out of fireworks around noon,
Noon?
midnight. Not bad. I'm bad with noon,
Well.
midnight stuff. No, it was crazy though. The train tracks out here caught on fire.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Cool.
Couple fields. It was good though. Good
Who's
time.
lighting
Nice.
the fires?
You what?
I said, who's lighting the fires?
People who don't know how to shoot fireworks. No.
straight fireworks.
Okay, just making sure Crow's not responsible for any fires.
Yeah, Crow, wasn't it decided you were the one most likely to lose a digit?
Finger check.
I have none. I lose.
Smiley lost her arms. Like, I got no arms. oh. So I was getting a detachable one. Well, I'm glad you had fun, buddy.
It was a good time.
Okay, so we've been running around, and of course, topic tonight is independence. Now, That can be just about anything, whether it's personal, governmental, political, whatever. But how would you define independence growing in your world?
Freedom to make any decision in your life.
Mm.
When would you not have that freedom?
I mean, there's a lot of that. Like, Jimbo, let's say you want to add something onto your house. Now you have to get permits. You can't just do it. You can't just go, you know what, I'm going to knock down this wall today and I'm going to add on 3 bedrooms. You're supposed to go get permits. That's how you're
Supposed to. We know better.
I know a guy.
you can't just choose to go do that.
Right. And that's true. So that brings out a whole nother point that we haven't covered, Carl. So, yeah, here in America, of course, most of us are from America. We know that almost anything you do to modify pretty much anything, a car, a house, a boat, whatever, you got to have some kind of permit. You've got to certify it. You've got to go through inspection, registration, all that. Does that take away our independence in this, what would you call it, more of a refined country, if you would? Is that actually limiting our independence because of that?
A little bit.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about it, you have to, like, they have rules about how you have to do certain things to the point where it's a little much. You're supposed to pull a permit to, like, renovate your bathroom, and I get it. It's so that they can check the plans and make sure it's up to code to prevent businesses from doing shady crap, right? As businesses often tend to do when they're not regulated. But, as if you're just doing it yourself, you should be able to, like, download, the code structure, with simple breakdowns, of like, okay, this product for that, for this reason, list the reasons, list, the pros and the cons, let people, like, educate people, who do want to do it themselves. I mean, they're trying to take away right to repair for so many things, like your cars these days, modern vehicles, good luck trying to fix them yourself. A lot of farmers have been fighting back and forth for a long time with, like, farm equipment companies because they're legally, like, not allowed to repair their own crap that they bought, right? It's stupid.
Right. That's crazy.
So I think, like, the house permit thing, like, I definitely think that if I wanted to expand my living room, let's say, I think that if I wanted it to add value to my property, then yeah, I need to pull permits. But if I'm just adding it because I want it that way, I don't think, as long as I'm qualified, you shouldn't be able to tell me I can and cannot do this if I own the property. But there are some things that I do understand, like hunting, how that's regulated, how I can't just go out into the forest and kill an animal and bring it back and get it, because they are supposed to manage the ecosystem, make sure that there's enough ecosystem for us to go hunt every year. That makes sense.
Now, I can also understand the permits to some degree as being a safety mechanism, because if Joe Schmo next door just decided to throw up walls, what if you're in an earthquake or a tornado zone? You've got to make sure those structures are sound enough to generally withstand, high winds, a good deal of shake. It's tornado knocking down a house, that happens. But a high wind, when other structures aren't falling down and half of this house comes down because it was an add-on and it wasn't done correctly and somebody died, or electricians. If people miswire a house, there is a severely high chance of fire. People die So I can understand the permits in some of this stuff. There have people trained to look at plans and make sure, okay, if they follow the plans, this will meet the requirements for the environment or the trades. So they don't have chronically backed up plumbing or
But
something. I can see that.
just to play
But
devil's
making them-
advocate,
Right.
I mean, if I own my house, what gives you or anyone the right to tell me what to do with my house?
And I say it's just, I would hate for your house to kill you.
That's a risk he's accepting, right?
Right.
Like,
Then there should be a waiver that you can file.
right.
in
Agreeing
place
to
of
not
a
hold
permit.
anyone else criminally liable, like the
Right.
manufacturer of the product, etc., if you are deviating outside of code. That's why I
Right.
think there should be two sets of rules: one for the work you do to your own property, and then one for work that you do to other people's property, right?
But that might be something, maybe a waiver in place of permit. So at least it's on file and not just you doing it, so it's a protection for everybody.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And that makes sense.
I can see that from both sides.
Now, I can tell you personally that me as a journeyman electrician, guy I worked with, did the work on his house himself, but he didn't speak very good English. So when the inspector came out, because he pulled his permit, did all that, and the inspector was pissed off. I was even on the property while the inspector was. He's like, "Why are you here?" "Just here to translate, answer any questions he may have or anything." He's like, "You're not allowed to be here." "Did you do any of this work?" "No, I didn't. I'm just trying to help." "You can't be here. This is state official, and this guy's just tearing me a new asshole for just being there trying to help a buddy." Like, I'm not doing nothing, man. And yeah, that's what it's gotten to. So has that eliminated the independence of the everyday person here in America, the freedom to do what they want with their own property, with their own shit? I mean, when does it end?
Yeah, I think they definitely have taken it a little far. I think, something as simple as a waiver.
Right. So
Could.
Alpha Cruise, I'm curious. Down in your neck of the woods, buddy, how does that operate?
I think it's a lot simpler over here. Like, we don't have all these permits and everything. I mean, sure, we still have to have people come out to make sure that everything is good and solid, especially if you have insurance. I mean, if you want insurance, you gotta make sure everything's good. Otherwise, they're gonna be like, nope, sorry, we ain't insuring your house. Not happening. But yeah, for the most part, it's relatively lax, the rules around everything. I mean, there's certain things where they obviously have a little more nitpicky with electrical, especially because that's a very big hazard. We can't have you screwing up the whole grid, kind of thing, or cutting out the power for the whole neighborhood. So with certain things, they will, be a little nitpicky. But for most things, when you're renovating or you're working on the outside of your house, the rules are kind of easily found, especially like with, let's say I want to renovate my house now. I can't go a certain height for the walls because I'm on a corner house and there has to be some visibility for people that's wanting to take the corner. So there's very strict rule on that. You can't go past a certain point. The height of the wall has to be to a certain point only, and that's it. There's no question about it. You go above that, then you're going to jail. That's it.
Wow, that's extreme.
It is.
Violation,
It's very-
jail, 10 years.
It's like that. It's not even a question. It's like, oh, we came to check out, and I see your wall's like 2 centimeters or an inch above. Just come. We're gonna have to take a trip down to the station. Yeah, but there's certain things where they are strict, but for most other things, they just don't give a damn. Do what you want to do. If anything happens, if you want to sell, a bank will come out, inspect everything. They will send inspectors and then determine the value of your house based on what you've done. So if you caught on shit, well, you got a shit price. If you want to insure it, inspectors. Other than that, it's just like, you do you, boo. We don't give a damn.
It makes sense. I mean, as long as it's not going to kill somebody or you're not affecting everybody else, like you're saying. And yeah, like Sahir saying, you got, what do you got? A 5-way stop and 3 of the ways are blocked by visibility? Really?
Yup, there's this one stupid freaking property on this corner, right? Because you got a road coming in from this way, 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 and a road coming in from this way, right? But this lot right here, they have tree-high shrubs. And the only time you can actually see if there's anybody waiting from 3 of the different directions is if it's winter. And that's it. It's terrible. We all wind up basically slowly kind of creeping forward, waiting to see if anyone's coming from any direction. And usually there is, because it is a fairly busy intersection. So then it becomes a game of who's going to stop and who's going to go, because we're all here in the middle of the intersection at the same time.
Yeah. It's like vehicular Russian roulette. Not okay.
Not okay at all.
No.
There has to be visibility.
Right.
You know, there has to be.
That's how I got hit by a car.
Oh.
Oh, tell us.
I used to walk to school, and when I was 5, I had to walk to the end of the block, and there were shrubs next to the alley, and they were as high as a tree. And so I would have to lean into the alley to look around the shrubs to see if cars were coming. And this one time, this guy hit me, knocked me to the ground. The guy in the house next to the alley saw it. The guy in the car stopped in the middle of the road, looked back, saw me crawl back to the curb, and drove off. I was okay. I had a big bump on my head for a while, but I was okay. But yeah, I didn't like that alley.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm waiting for Alpha to say, this would explain a lot, Smiley.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to say it. I was waiting for somebody else to.
I know we had a corner when I was growing up over by my grandma's that we had the normal 4-way stop. And then there was a street called Diagonal. That was the name of the street. And it, 4-way stop, it cut diagonally through 2 ways. So it was a 6-street stop sign, basically.
What?
And literally, they would not let anybody build or plant like 100 feet back.
Makes
Yeah,
sense.
I can imagine.
The city
Visibility.
actually, you could see like people would put fences. The corners who had those corner lots actually had fences 100 yards back. And they were responsible for keeping all the grass and everything trimmed back, but they couldn't put anything, no swing sets, nobody could play there. I mean, it was like a no man's zone because that intersection was so bad. Eventually, they did regulate it with lights, but growing up, I think the only one that was regulated on that was Diagonal. The other 4 were just stop signs. And yeah, it was freaking insane. But there were wrecks there. I mean, people died on that corner. So, and that's when they finally put the one street light in. Because they were like trying to race through. And then I think now if I go there, it is like 6 street lights. So it's
That's
crazy. Yeah.
It is.
It's insane.
Why wouldn't you just get rid of the damn road? It's like, you know what? This road needs to go. It's out.
Because it was a major thoroughfare in
Mm.
bridge to go across the river.
Ah,
That makes sense.
Our bridge was blue.
I like
blue.
that. That's
Bright
random.
robin's egg blue. It started out as kind of an olive green, and then about junior high, maybe freshman year of my high school, they painted it baby blue.
Baby blue.
Baby.
Like, yeah, bright baby blue. It
That's
glowed
crazy.
in the fog. That bridge glowed.
Oh, look, aliens.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That would be kind of creepy, this blue glowing bridge coming out of the fog. Like,
Right.
it doesn't look
Mhm.
okay. Yeah, something wrong there.
Mhm. She's like, I think I'm taking a trip to the spirit world.
Mhm.
And it was one of the ones that raised up
Oh.
and came back down. If there was taller boats that needed to go through, because it was on the confluence of the Snake and the Clearwater. And
Okay.
so, yeah, we had a bridge that went up and down.
Cool.
So sometimes we'd have to get stuck waiting for the bridge.
Sure, that must take forever though.
Yeah. Especially when you're like 7 or 8 and you're stuck in the heat in the car.
Ah, yeah.
It's like, okay, are we done yet?
Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
Yeah, that's about it. So, yeah, I'm kind of curious here. So, now, of course, we're talking about independence, but that was sparked partially by Independence Day. Now, Wild Angel, you wanted to make the topic tonight about freedom. So, we spun it a bit, but at the same time, it does still go back to the concept of freedom, because Independence Day, of course, is celebrating the freedom from the British Empire back in 1776. Now, I'm kind of curious, and I know I'm going to fire some unpleasant shots and launch us in the direction it probably shouldn't go, but that's okay. Hey, it's Friday night. You being a veteran, seeing what's going on just in the last couple of years with our government, with how we're interacting with Ukraine and Russia, and just everything going on out there, how does that make you feel like on the 4th of July of independence, when we're talking about freedom, we're talking about all this, you've already served, and you're watching what's happening with our government? How do you feel about that as a veteran?
There a lot of time. I definitely separate our troops from our government. And what our troops do for our country. And some of the things they are told to do, they follow orders. It's not them. It's where the orders come from. A lot of troops do things they don't like and that they don't agree with. But that being said, this government's kind of a shit show right now. It is.
That's putting it nicely.
We've got an old guy who is with questionable faculties, in my opinion, pairing off or facing off with a convicted felon, multiple felon convictions.
34, actually.
And they want to make this man president. What the hell? There's got to be somebody better.
I'll do it.
Anybody is better than the two we have in office right now.
We need to just all write in Jon Stewart, right? Like he's been pretty right there exposing stuff going on his show for a long time now, telling people how the banks are stealing from them, telling them how the government really works and that kind of stuff. And he doesn't want to run for president either because people have asked him to, and he's like, no, but I think what we really need is someone who winds up stepping up to the call, not someone who wants the seat, right?
I was just gonna say, who we really need in there is somebody who doesn't want to be there, who doesn't want the power, doesn't want the publicity, but what they want to do is to help.
Like George Washington.
And actually make it better. If we went back to where the elected officials actually had day jobs and served, like they would go to a session and that's it. Not where they lobbied for things all year. And I hate to say it, I see a lot of the legislation in this state. I see a lot of the legislators. I'm not personally talk to them, but I see them. And when they're in session 6 months of the year, it didn't used to be like that. Way back when things started, these were actually people that represented their people. their areas. Not, oh, how much money can I make? It's not about the money. It's about the people and making it better. And if they can't pull their heads out of their butts with a big, giant, resounding pop, they don't deserve to be there.
I like
My
that.
2
And-
cents. I don't get into politics because of this, because I could get very ugly.
Yes.
But
a little bit.
I stay away from them because I don't agree with most of what's going on. And instead of surrounding myself with all that angst and ickiness, I just don't. And I think that sense of apathy is dangerous. But for my health, I have to draw that line.
And I just want to put this out there real quick, and then leave it at that. But what the bulk of us up here on screen are currently feeling towards our government with the way we see things going, right? I want you to realize for a couple of seconds that that is actually what the minority communities living here in America have been experiencing for all of history. So just keep that in mind. And it's not our jobs to flee and leave the country when the privilege that was built off of the exploitation of other more minor communities throughout the history of America was built off their backs. And when that gets taken away because we're the last community that can be exploited by the rich, to flee, nah, it's our job to stand up and bring it back.
Well said. I agree.
Very well said.
100%. And that's one reason why I bring topics like this up here, guys. It's not to beat a dead horse. It's really so that you guys out there in the audience know that you're not alone. If you're sitting there frustrated, screaming at your TV, why the hell are these the only 2 retards I have to choose from for president? Man, you're not alone. Really, we all feel it. And we come from different walks of life, different occupations. But yeah, Sly, like you're saying, most of us are still that middle class white people that's, we're not the minority for the most part. And so now we're feeling it. But man, there has been generations before us that had to suffer through this for hundreds of years, literally. I mean, it started with the Indians. Yes, I'm part Indian. Mom is half Cherokee. And so, yeah, I mean, it's gone through my bloodline. And it's just now hitting the people where we can actually say something. But is it going to stop? That's the real question. What are we going to do to stop it or to try to change it? Sorry, Alpha Cruz, I know you had something, buddy. I want to turn it over to you for a sec. I'm sorry.
Yeah, why you since we spoke about like the 2 options, I don't understand why isn't there more like, I don't know, it seems like, is it just that that there's no other people that are running for president, or the government is like, oh, you can only have these 2 options, red or blue, you choose. Do you want someone that's half here and half not here, or someone that's like done very, he's a convicted felon. So like, why is there only 2 options? Like, why aren't there like a bunch of others? Like, we just had our elections, and the list of parties that were running for president was, I think, 40 long. There was 40 people you could vote for. 40. I mean, there might even be more than that, but the list was bloody long. So I don't understand, like, why is there only, 1, 2? It's so weird.
Well, partly because of the requirements that our government has put in place, that you have to be a certain age, you have to have so much money to run. You have to have a certain background of, I think, legislative service or something like that. I haven't read it in a long time, so all I know is there's a lot. So I couldn't go run for president because, 1, I'm not rich enough and I don't have the right background. I don't know the right people.
See.
And so we're kind of perpetuating a cycle that, I mean, going back to George Washington. Yeah, he was one of the plantation owners. But he was there because people wanted him there, not because lack of choice. I mean, we vote for the lesser of evils, basically. If we vote.
Interesting. Okay, I
Go ahead,
didn't
Smiley.
get that. So it has a bunch of different prerequisites. Well, that's very different indeed, then, because like over here, we have people running for president that aren't even matriculated. Ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I could probably start a party tomorrow and start running for president. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It is. It's crazy. And Smile, I know you had something to toss in there, girl.
No, it's okay. Thank you.
Come on, Smiley.
No, I only brought up George Washington because he didn't really want the job and he didn't want it for very long. And I thought that was the context that we were discussing at the time. Not,
we were.
Not his ethnicity or that he was a plantation owner or rich or anything like that. That's all.
Oh yeah.
I
Okay.
was more going back, still referencing the fact that, he was there because people wanted him there. They asked him to serve. And versus, we kind of don't have a whole lot of options now.
Right.
We get the lesser of two evils.
There's not lesser anymore. It's just evils.
Yeah, they're all weevils.
Right. I mean, put it simply, if you go for a job application here in America, there's a box that says, have you been convicted of a felony?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Please list out the charge, the date, As soon as you click yes, you immediately got removed for 98% of all jobs in America. That's it. You're done. They will not look at you. I'm sorry.
But you
we
can
deal
be
with
president.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can be president. It's
Right, you can't work
ridiculous.
for a bank, a security company, airlines, anything else. But guess what? You can run the military. Hey!
Can't be a doctor, but hey, go be president. It's fine. It's not like we care about your felonies.
Yeah,
fine.
exactly. So,
Wouldn't
Sly,
even
you
let you
should
build on that.
Sorry, go ahead.
Ridiculous. They wouldn't. They probably wouldn't have let you go work in construction because no, you're a felon.
Right. Barely. Yeah, you have problems getting like journeyman certifications and stuff like that. If you're a felon, you start having problems because you can't get a master's license because that gives you the right to run a business. So yeah, it becomes very sketchy in any field of work. But
you
Sly, now, I'm sorry. Go ahead,
go ahead.
Smiley. Oh, shut
No,
up.
I was just going to brag on Alpha because he's taught me something that's important. We were talking about this, that if you see something that's wrong, you need to speak up and say something and not just be quiet about it. And Alpha does that all the time, and he encourages me to do it. And so I did it recently in a situation that I thought was wrong, and I did get blowback for it, but I still felt like I did the right thing, even though it was hard. But I think a lot of times, a lot of people feel like it's either not worth speaking up against injustice or they're going to get attacked for it. And I understand that, but I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying that I'm just trying personally to not do that, to be more outspoken about the wrongs that happen and try to change them and fix them.
Well, there's a third reason, maybe why people don't speak up. Because nobody cares about one person speaking up. Nobody who has the ability to make the changes cares when one person speaks up. And so maybe it's a disheartened feeling. Like for me, it doesn't matter what I say. Nothing will change. Unless I can trigger a whole lot of somebody's to say something. But it's also a sense of disheartenment.
Every drop of rain raises the sea.
Yay! I like that.
Bum, 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 bum.
Okay, I was waiting for anybody. I keep interrupting. I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean to interrupt. I cheer different people. And now I want to go back because, Sai, you shared a post, and I don't know anything about this. So fill me in, bud. What is this quote about?
Yeah, it is a quote that was attributed to a prominent German pastor, Martin Niemöller, I think. I'm pronouncing that probably wrong. It's sometimes mistakenly referred to as like poem. But after World War II, Martin openly spoke about how he was fairly complicit in Nazism and then his eventual change of heart. And he penned some words about guilt and responsibility that still resonate today. And what he wrote was, first they came for the socialists, and I did not speak out because I was not a socialist. Then they came for the trade unionists, and I did not speak out because I was not a trade unionist. Then they came for the Jews, and I did not speak out because I was not a Jew. And then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak for me.
That definitely classifies where we're standing in history right now.
Yeah. Pretty much. But, yeah.
It's crazy. And, that's the sad part is we've seen it time and time again. And, like you're talking, you're quoting an event that occurred during World War II. But from some of the things that I've been hearing, watching, and learning about, are we really that far from World War III? Honestly?
Well, history repeats in cycles, right? Like they have this, I think it's, what is it, the 80-year cycle or something like that. I can't remember what year it was, but anyway, the 80-year cycle, and they follow the same pattern each and every time, and they mirror all throughout the recorded history. And we're just seeing the close of this 80-year cycle. And the new one starts, I believe it was in like 2028 or something like that. But we're seeing the close of the cycle. And it's all through history. Just Google the like 80-year cycle or whatever.
I'm going to check that out. Now, there's one thing. I wanted to share this with you because I read 3 articles back to back. I think it was day before yesterday. And I thought it was absolutely comical. So we've all talked about the biocomputer, where they're using the brain cell, the stem cells, to run a computer, right? Well, literally right after that article, there was another one saying that they are now using, they've given AI arms so they can start performing tasks. Then the very next article was, now they're giving these computers actual skin on the face to make them more appeasing to the people utilizing them. And of course, my first thing was, hey, I saw that movie. It's called Terminator. It didn't work out so well. I'm like, are you serious? What is wrong? Did you not learn?
Well, the crazy thing is, our advancement in AI is actually going to be slowed down by power requirements, because the power consumption rate of AI has been increasing our power demands by, I think it was 36%. And the power grid only grows by 2 to 4% per year. So there's this one data center for AI, just this one, and it consumes enough power every year to power 1.3 million homes, right? So when you start getting the rolling brownouts and whatever, that's probably what's going on. They're soaking up all the juice.
Okay.
Great. It's getting scary.
Yeah, have to up our energy game from fossil fuels and everything to something a little stronger and more sustainable. Or, in government's opinion, more sustainable.
You mean what they can make more money at? Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm kind of curious. What do you guys think? Do you think that we're heading for a major, I don't want to say governmental, but more country, worldwide crisis, whether it be natural disaster or conflict? Do you think we're on the precipice of some major event, or is that just the tinfoil hat people? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. What do you guys think on stage here?
I think we're getting primed for a nice revolution in the US, at least. If not, soon, then at least in the next century, at least, before people are just done and they take it back and knock everybody else on their ass. I think it's coming. I hear a lot of the disheartenment and the fed upness with all the crap that's going on. And I don't see it changing without something big like that. And I know Cyril's over there smirking when I'm saying that.
Still,
You kind of had a smirk on your face at one point.
Oh yeah, multitasking.
I think one of the previous Freaky Fridays I mentioned, like everything that happened reminds me very much of totalitarianism. Left and right is just the next stage of totalitarianism, which is the total control of the masses by the higher order people, the people in control. It starts off with waves of hysteria. We've had that, didn't we? Had like 5-6 cycles of that not too long ago. Was it real? Was it not? Who knows? Anyway, we had about 5 cycles of those with the different levels. And now we have a differing opinion where everyone's opinion is split left and right and woke, awake, whatever you want to call it. It's like, it's just gotten ridiculous. It's just very reminiscent of the patterns of achieving control through totalitarianism, which would be breaking down the masses, destroying their mental strength in order to control them by putting them against each other, and then taking control of the leftovers, in a sense. Because at that point, everyone's mentally drained and can't refuse anymore.
Really
Or
reminds
brainwashed.
me of the
Yeah,
book
or
series
brainwashed.
Left Behind.
So, Kurt, you've been awful quiet, buddy. What's your thoughts? Toss them up here.
I don't have any thoughts about it. In my opinion, for me personally, there's not enough information for me to make an educated decision on what could or couldn't happen.
And that's fair. I mean, there's a lot of guesswork because what we're seeing these days, in my opinion, is that it's very different from anything prior. The closest would be probably World War II, where they said, like you were talking earlier, Sarah, about that quote, is first it was this person's fault, and that person's fault, and the Jew's fault, then his fault, and yeah, next thing you know, there's nobody left to argue. But we're seeing a very different type of warfare being waged in the social media aspect, where they're taking away things like TikTok, that we're sharing the truth. They're taking away the resources. At the same time, they're spoon-feeding us social media, but only the things they approve of or they want to share. And so it's like Alpha, like you're talking, man. Are they really breaking down our will to fight, or are they just simply brainwashing us so we don't think there's a reason to fight? It's a hopeless cause, or it's not as bad as it seems. It's okay. We got this. Don't worry about it. What kind of games do you see in? Bye, Smiley.
Probably the internet. I mean, the electricity issue. Hopefully she comes back soon.
I hope she comes back. It's almost adventure time.
Along come your friends.
So, So, what do you think? Are we seeing that major shift? Do you think it's going to happen fairly quickly, or do you agree that it's going to be over the next century?
I think things are going to get interesting in the next 2 years.
Okay.
And that's
Fair
all I'll
enough.
say about it.
Good enough. We heard it here first. So, and yeah, I'm waiting for somebody in the audience. Shout out there. I want to see who's hanging out with us. Looks like most of us. Jay Steen, good to see you, brother. I saw you sneak in, but we're in the middle of a big debate, so I do apologize. But I'm so glad to have you with us, my man. Always love seeing you in here. And I was really kind of hoping Smiley would come back. I hope she comes back. I'll bet her computer crashed or something.
Well, I know there was a message in private chat saying the electricity to her whole house, besides hers, went out a little bit ago.
Yep.
Oh, I just okay. I didn't see that. I totally missed it.
I forget to look at that one.
I'm bad. Okay.
I just want to real quick, I want to put it out there. An investigative journalist who works with Rumble by the name of Laurel Loomer tweeted 38 minutes ago that apparently Joe Biden is reportedly having a medical emergency on Air Force One right now, and that press access has been removed. So I don't know, because it hasn't come out through any official sources yet. It is an investigative journalist. So, just don't go crazy yet, but just putting that out there that was put out hot off the presses. Well, not the presses, but the investigative journalism presses 38 minutes ago.
Okay.
Wow.
Sounds good. Now, Sai, we were talking the other day, and you said there was a closed door meeting or something that happened. Was that about 48 hours ago?
Yeah, 2 days ago.
Yeah. Any idea what that was about?
Hush closed door meeting in DC from the Democratic Party. No reporter was allowed in. They just saw everybody going in, and there was no meeting on the docket. So it was an interesting thing to see. And I actually popped into voice chat and told you, expect something to happen in the next 2 days. Did I not?
Did they order a lot of pizza?
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Sorry. That correlation with pizza.
Right.
But, yep. So if you pay attention, you can see what's happening.
Mm-hmm. You can. And so that begs the question is, if we have independence, what are we doing with it? And are you maintaining your independence? Are you looking beyond the surface of what you're being spoon-fed to find out the facts for yourself? Because as we always say, do your own research. Don't listen to any of us. Question everything. Absolutely. Go out and it's like, wait, Serenity said this. I want to go verify that's true. Or Cyril said this. I want to verify that's true. We won't take it amiss. Actually, we'll be very proud of you for doing so. Always question, always ask, always dig. Never just accept. Welcome back, Smiley. We missed you, girl.
Thank you. I just went, boom. I was gone. I was like, no, am I gone forever? And so I scrambled to relog on. I managed to get back in. So yay. I didn't want to miss the session.
Nice.
Right.
Oh, yes, it is adventure time.
Yes.
It is adventure time. So, guys, before we switch over to questing with Crow, anybody want to toss something out on this topic that we've been bouncing all over tonight?
Value your independence. It is something to fight for.
And every voice matters. So even if you're some crazy bald guy like me, you know what? How can I try to add that drop of rain to the ocean to raise the level? It's easy. I bring it up here. I come out and I talk about the things that people don't want to talk about. I ask the questions people don't want to ask. And I shine some light on it. Say, hey, are you aware this is what's going on? Start connecting the dots. Do your own research. Hopefully this will help you be a little more quizzical, a little more curious about what's going on, and start looking below or behind the curtains. Don't just, it's like the Wizard of Oz. Look behind the curtains. Go find out what's really going on, because things are getting sketchy and it's getting scary. We don't know what tomorrow holds, but I'm more on Cyril's page. I think 5 years out is going to look very, very different than it does today. I think the whole world will look very different. So just know what you're getting into. Don't just believe what they're telling you.
What happened with the ears?
Critically.
You what?
I was just asking Sai what happened with the ears.
Well, I put them on because I was getting hyped for Adventure Time.
Yeah.
But then I realized it wasn't quite Adventure Time yet.
No, wear
It's
them
close.
anyway. They're cool.
Yeah, I think we're going into Adventure Time now.
Yeah, we
just saying.
definitely need adventure time.
Yes, we do. So that was a heavy topic, but hey, thanks for going along with the ride there, guys. And I hope between all of us, we were able to, shed some light on it. And if you do enjoy this kind of stuff, because on Fridays, we don't know what the hell we're going to talk about, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel, because we're going to keep bringing this crazy stuff to you every Friday night, because we don't even know what we're going to talk about till what happens. So,
And drop us suggestions.
yes. Make sure to join the Down Home Crypto Discord, too. We talk about everything out there. But just remember, when you go out into the world, be prepared. Wear your armor, because you never know what'll happen next.
Yay!
You guys know what this means.
Character sheet.
Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm pulling it up.
I got it this time.
Awesome.
I got mine up too.
Oh,
Let's go.
Okay.
Where'd go?
I don't have
So
one.
I don't put this
I
in
did not
the
get with you like I was supposed to. That is my bad. Shame. So
Shame.
just so you are aware, Serenity, things you have in your inventory is you got some weapons, a couple great axes, javelin, hand axes, normal stuff, a bedroll, mess kit, some food, some rope, and some money.
Awesome. Okay, so for anybody who hasn't caught Questing with Crow, every other Friday, we're taking the last half hour of the show and we're going through a D&D adventure. Now, this is set in modern times where magic has been rediscovered. Strange things are happening, we don't really know what we're doing, and we got thrown together as this weird pack of adventurers on this quest. Now, on the last one, we were set to go to a, bunker, a location, to find what happened to the cataclysm. What caused it? We don't know. We were sent by some crazy old guy. We don't even know who he is. We're not really sure what the hell's going on, but we're having fun. So, buckle up, it's gonna get crazy.
Okay, so we left off last session. You guys had just left the weird glowing mountain. It was getting kind of dark, so you guys broke camp somewhere in a forest. Made camp, not too hard to find. Probably ate some food. Guys haven't gotten to bed yet. What are you all doing?
I'm making notes
Oh.
Okay.
because I don't want to forget the glowy stuff or anything we saw
Yeah.
when we wandered off.
I like it.
I don't fall asleep easily. I'll take first watch.
Yeah, I think I'll go sleep first. So, I'll get tagged out later. Sounds good.
I'm gonna look for some marshmallows in my pack because we got a campfire, man. I want some marshmallows. I'm hungry. I got some munchies.
Yay!
You find marshmallows.
Awesome.
Ooh,
I'm roast marshmallows for anybody who's still awake.
I want one. I like mine black.
Yeah. I can do that.
Cool.
Sarah, what do you do?
I'm just reading my books.
Like it? Alpha?
He's asleep.
I'm
Oh,
asleep.
sleep.
Yeah. I went to sleep. Let them do their things.
Let them do this. Okay. So, about 2 hours have passed. Smiley, what do you do? You still
I'm
keep
gonna
a
get
watch?
up. Well, I'm gonna get up and walk around the camp just to look and see if I see anything or hear anything or see any tracks or signs of anything.
This is your camp, by the way.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay in the clearing. I'm not gonna go behind trees or bushes or anything, but I am gonna get up and walk a couple circles and stretch my
Sure.
legs.
You're kind of going around the camp like this.
Exactly. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Selena.
Ooh, we have a roll.
Ooh.
Good thing I rolled like shit.
I'm safe.
You're walking around the camp, and out of the corner of your eye, you see movement.
Okay, I'm gonna run back in towards the fire and go get. Wait, okay. I'm getting Duel because he's awake and he's big.
So you shake him awake.
Wait, I thought he was awake because he's eating marshmallows with me.
Right.
You stayed awake? Okay.
I still eat marshmallows. I don't want marshmallows.
I saw something, Duel, and I'm scared. And you guys weren't happy. I went off and investigated by myself last time. So, what do you think we should do?
You're
Yeah.
muted.
I don't do sign language. Sorry.
Sorry, I was muted. So who else is awake? Anybody, or is it just me and Smiley?
I'm over there reading my books.
Okay. Hey, we need to go. Okay, so grab everybody who's awake. Let's get together. I'll grab the weapons. Who's got a torch? Let's get some light going, and let's go investigate.
What did it sound like?
It just sounded like skittering noises. It could have been an animal, but I was scared and I didn't want to go check it out by myself.
Okay, well, why don't we just stay near the fire and, if something comes within sight distance, then sure, we'll just keep watch.
Okay.
I don't know, it doesn't make sense to me for us to go running off into the forest in the middle of the night.
I don't want to run off. Just go poke around the area. Because, I mean, she was only circling the campfire. It's got to be close, whatever it is, right?
Well, does
Check
it
for
sound
some
like it
tracks
was
or something.
running away, Selena?
It sounded like it was moving. I don't know if it was moving away.
Okay, well, let's keep our ears out, be quiet for a little bit, and see if we hear anything else.
Okay.
Okay. So another 2 hours passes. Who's awake now?
I want to go to sleep.
Okay, so I wake up now. And then whoever else is going to sleep also. It looks like Doyle is going to sleep too.
I go into my sleep trance that elves do.
Okay, and Wild Angel is...
You can wake me up if you want. I'll stand watch.
Oh,
with
you're
you.
sleeping. Oh, okay. Yeah, so then I'll
I
wake you
fell
up
asleep
and...
making notes.
Keep in mind, you don't technically gain the benefits of sleeping unless you sleep for 6 hours. I think it's 8 hours.
Oh.
6 or 8 hours,
So I only
around
got
there.
4. So I make it 4, because that's a short rest basically. Just a
Mm.
little bit of recovery. Okay, it's fine. We have to move, so it's fine. But after getting up, I immediately cast an alarm spell because, I'm awake. I need to make sure that there's nothing around close by. And then I'll just leave everyone to sleep for now. I mean, I don't need to wake anyone yet.
Okay. So after you get up and you're doing your thing, you hear your alarm spell go off.
Ooh.
Okay, so immediately I go wake Doyle up. I'm like, hey, yo, this not for me. I ain't about to fight alone, yeah? So I'll wake Doyle up because he's having
So-
a chill. And then I'll...
Before you were able to get Duel up, you turn around to go wake everyone up, and you see 3 goblins
Oh.
sitting there.
Okay.
And
This-
everyone does get a chance to wake up. Kira wakes up.
Okay.
You're already awake. Selena wakes up.
Oh, good.
Ooh, nice 20.
Xanathan, you also wake up.
Okay, so everyone's awake.
Well, is Wild Angel awake?
Yeah.
She's the first one I rolled. I
Oh, yeah.
believe. Yes.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
And Duel, you wake up. Okay, so since you guys are new, we're gonna go through combat real quick. How does combat work?
Yes.
So, combat is officially started. At the start of a combat, everyone rolls something called initiative. And what initiative does is it determines what turn everyone goes on.
Yep.
So,
Who hit
So
Swan?
these guys didn't even want to talk? I mean, I have marshmallows.
Goblins!
the goblin.
Okay.
I ate all the marshmallows, sorry.
Human.
They want to pillage your marshmallows. They don't want you to give it to them. They just over there talking their goblin language.
fine.
It's
They'll get
pointing
any
at us, looking at
marshmallows
like
then.
the backpacks and things, just like pointing, getting all grrr and everything. If they have weapons, you know, they're holding it up like, I'm coming for y'all. Damn, someone rolled a 9.
Man, we are all. You're one to talk. You rolled a 7
Oh,
with your
goodness.
bonus.
I'm lost.
You lose. Good
I can't
day,
read
sir.
the screen, so I don't know.
Can't read the screen.
No, it's for me. It's so small that I can't.
Hit the
Okay.
full screen icon in StreamYard.
Damn, okay, so
Oh, hey. I didn't.
Okay.
I was trying to
Okay.
keep the chat up all the time. So
Plot thickens.
wait, I don't think I have initiative bonus. Yeah.
You should. You have a 3.
Oh damn, and it goes a 7. Ouch.
Yeah.
Yep, 7. And
That's why I said it's
then-
with your bonus.
Ouch.
Over there making fun of my 9.
Ouch.
You go
I'm
last.
sorry. Don't kill them before I get the charge, please.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, because you're a wizard too, so you're also squishy.
Oh.
Yeah. That's why we gotta use our meat shield, you know. Sorry, Duel. Sorry,
Thanks,
not
I
sorry.
appreciate that. Send up the bald guy. Rah.
Okay. Goblins go first.
Oh.
Oh,
This is gonna hurt.
damn. That's gonna hurt.
So-
dude.
The goblins see Rune is awake and he's like aware, so they're going to go after him first.
Uh-oh.
So one of the goblins goes after you, one of the goblins is going to go after Duel, and one of the goblins is going to go after Rune again. They're going to double up on Rune.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Oh, they really want to kill me.
You're the only one who's on their feet.
Shit.
Okay.
Wow.
So I get to roll an attack against you. I am trying to beat your armor class. That's how this works. But my
Right.
rolls are secret while your guys' are public.
Come on, Rune.
First attack misses.
survive.
So one goblin swings and you're barely able to get out of the way. The other goblin swings and he hits you.
Oh.
You dodge right into his club.
Oh.
Oh, flip.
Bludgeoning.
I should have woken up Duel earlier.
Yep. I ate too many marshmallows. Sorry.
Okay, what's my
Okay. So now, because they done damage to you, I roll a damage dice and that falls. You take 2 points of damage.
Ouch.
Ooh.
Oof. Roblox death sound.
Yeah.
Duel,
Please.
you're on the ground. They're going
How did I
to
get on the
recover-
ground?
You're still laying down. You just woke up. You haven't
Oh,
sat
okay.
up yet.
Okay.
Yeah, because getting up takes an action slot.
It is your movement action.
Yep.
Okay, so they go to swing at you, and you're able to like roll over, and then
Nice.
miss. Okay. So Duel, you are next. So the way combat works is you have a movement action, you have an action, and you have a bonus action. Bonus action can only be used for very key things. You're probably not going to get into those, but you do have a movement action and like an action, like to attack, throw someone, grapple someone. So you just woke up, goblins in your face. What do you do?
Okay, so since I know Selena said there were some noises earlier, I slept with my axes right next to me.
Right.
So the first thing I did is I reach out and grab an axe and I swing it at the goblin.
Okay.
Don't even get up. I'm just swinging.
Hand axe or great axe?
Hand axe.
Okay.
Good call.
Mm. Great axe would probably be a very bad choice.
So hand axe. You swing, and you hit true.
Yes!
Nice.
Almost a critical.
Nice Duel.
Close.
and you just hit him right in the head. Just
Yeah.
It's a good
He's
thing
now
goblins are short.
Yeah, exactly.
Not looking good for the goblin.
now looking good for the goblin.
Perfect.
All right.
Now I have an action too, right?
You do have a movement action.
Okay, so is just standing up a movement, or can I get up and charge over to Alpha and save him?
Standing up is considered a movement action.
Okay.
It's your whole movement.
So after he's down, yes, I would get up,
Okay.
grab both weapons, and ready to go for whatever's next.
Okay. So keep in mind, I'm gonna let you know beforehand. This is another kind of learning curve. Certain movement actions, when there's a creature near you, invoke what's called an attack of opportunity. So that means like if this goblin tried to run away from you, because he's around you, you would get an attack of opportunity because his back is turned to you. If you try to get up, he's going to try to hit you while you're getting up.
Okay. So then instead, now that I know that, thank you for sharing. I would grab the other axe, because I, of course, had one on both sides of me, because I've got 2 hand axes, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, I would take the other one, and I would swing again at him while I'm laying there.
Only one action.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Stand up would be your movement action.
Okay. I'm starting to understand. So what would I do? That's a good question. I would probably roll away from him before I tried standing up.
Okay. So you roll away from him. If you can move 5 foot away from him. Anything more than that, and it's considered an attack of opportunity.
Okay, so yeah, I would roll away, then stand.
Okay. So you roll away and you stand up. Okay. It is now Selena's turn.
Yes! I want to go after the one that attacked Alpha, that attacked Rune.
Okay. So I take it you stand up then?
Oh. Yeah, I'm going to have to.
Okay. So you stand up, that is your movement action.
Right.
And looks like you took daggers as your weapons.
Yes, I have 2. I can use both, right?
You can throw them.
You can only use one to attack.
Okay.
But you
Am
can
I
throw
clo-
one.
I was going to say, am I close enough to stab the guy, or do I have to throw both of them?
Nope, you can only throw. And you can only throw
Oh,
one.
okay. I'm gonna... Okay, wait. Where am I in relation to this guy? Am I behind him? Am I facing his back?
So their backs are probably their backs are to you.
Okay. I'm going to throw the one at the back. And I'm not going to aim for his head. I'm going to actually aim for, like, the middle of his back. The one that attacked Rune.
Another thing, just so everyone is aware by the rules we're all learning, making a cold shot, you can do that. You can say, I aim at his head. But that adds on to the number you have to roll to hit someone. It makes it
Right.
harder. You're not just throwing
Right.
it and trying to hit the person. You're aiming for a specific spot.
Oh, I see. Okay, then I just aim at him.
So you go and you throw a dagger. That's going to be...
Yeah, because
You miss.
Oh, because I was asleep. I'm sleepy.
Yeah, you're just waking up. Haven't rubbed your eyes yet.
Okay.
You see him blur and you're just like, throw, hope that it doesn't hit anyone.
Did it distract him at least? Did it scare him at all?
It definitely, not really. He kind of just sat there and took it.
Definitely
Yeah.
not.
He was like north of here and you threw south.
Okay, it is now
Probably with.
Kira's turn.
Go, Kira.
Where am I in relation to the goblins?
So the goblins push mostly towards Rune, and so they made their way through the whole camp, and so they're basically in front of you. They're all the way in front of you. You're at the back. They're in the front.
With their backs to me?
Correct.
I'm gonna grab my my short bow.
Okay.
Knock and fire.
this.
Pew pew.
Pew 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 pew. You hit.
Yes.
Which one did you attack?
The one that Rune did not, or the one that somebody did not hit.
I dodged one and the other one hit.
He dodged one, so
Okay. So
Pick
one of the ones
one.
on Rune. Okay.
yes.
5. Okay.
How much? Real quick question: how much total health do these goblins have?
You don't know?
Okay.
Oh no. So we just gotta hit them and hope they die.
It is
One has a
now.
lot less than the other two.
It is
Do
now
I-
Tanithiel's turn.
Is that my move and my
That is just your action. Do you want to stand up?
yes?
Or okay. Good. Okay. Tanithiel, it do be your turn, good sir.
Okay. So what I would like to do on my turn is I would like to use my action to touch myself to cast Mage Armor.
Okay.
And then crap. That uses my action. So and then I'll stand up. And
Okay.
I think that's all I can do, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Rune, it is your turn, good sir.
I made my job.
Mhm.
And you're muted, Serenity.
Can I use like a spell like that said light to blind him so that they can't hit me again? You know?
What
Whoa.
spells do you have?
I have light, mage, and
Okay.
message, alarm, identify. But I have
Okay.
cantrip light.
So very similar thing to what Serenity had happening to him. Doing any kind of intricate work like firing a ranged weapon, casting spells at close combat, that is also invokes attack of opportunity.
Okay, I see. Wow, then.
So you can disengage first, try to make a little distance.
Yeah,
Or you
yeah,
absolutely can do
definitely
that
doing
first.
that. Definitely doing that.
Okay, so you disengage, and then what spell do you cast? Light?
Yeah, I cast
Okay.
light. So it's like I run towards door and then I cast light.
What object are you? Oh, you're running towards him?
Yeah. And
Okay.
I need to get to the meat shield.
It's the meat shield. What object are you casting light on?
I have a few things on me, so I can probably just cast it on my quarterstaff.
Okay.
Since I have that with me.
So you cast light on your quarterstaff. Everyone can see a little bit better.
Yeah. Much better lighting now.
Maybe that'll help us not miss next time we throw a knife.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, I was emotional. It's my friend.
It is now back to the goblins.
Oh.
So the two that originally attacked you, Rune, they come back on you and they're going to try to attack you again.
Oh no, leave me alone.
One hits you, dealing 2 points of damage.
Oh no.
And the other one's one, and the other one hits you in the stomach and it kind of knocked you out of the way, thank God.
Thank goodness indeed.
The other one is like on top over you, Duel, and he's just like, he's going to try to hit you with his club.
Okay, so now I rolled over and stood up.
Correct.
Okay, so he's on top of me?
No, he's just coming up to you and he's just coming at you as far as he can.
Okay. And I have one action.
Not on your turn. When it's your turn,
Oh.
you have your action, your movement. This is their turn, so they get their movement in action.
Okay, gotcha. Sorry. Go ahead.
And that armor class represents you trying to dodge, get out of the way, how good your armor's doing. So he swings, and has blood coming down his eyes, and he misses.
Yes.
Nice. That headshot worked out.
Duel, it is your turn.
Okay. Now, so can I? And I don't know the technical name, so I won't screw it up.
Right.
What I would like to do is I would like to kick the one that's in front of me in the stomach.
Okay.
And then throw my hand axe at one of them over at Rune. Can I do that?
You can do one or the other.
Okay. Action is movement, correct?
You have a movement action, then you have an action action.
Okay. Movement action. I want to charge directly through the orc that was attacking me. Shoulder block, basically. To approach the orcs that are attacking Rune.
Okay.
And swing
So-
at them.
You absolutely can. That's called, it's like a rushing attack.
Yeah.
There's a technical name for it. So you start charging, you start running. As soon as the goblin barely sees you start to move out of his, as you shoulder check him, he kind of just tries to swing at you as you go by. He takes his attack of opportunity, and he hits you,
Oh.
dealing 5 points of damage.
Ow! My armor sucks.
That's a lot of damage.
He rolled a 19.
Oh,
Damn.
He
damn.
almost crit it. He almost
He's
crit.
bloody and
He almost
blind,
did.
and he's
It's
still hit.
good thing no one ran a.
He
rolled
hit
a
you like right in
19
the
against
calf,
me.
right where it hurts.
Oh.
And you, so now you're still charging though, and you get to one of the goblins that is on Rune, and you make your attack.
I got you, buddy.
And you hit,
Yeah.
Yay.
Rah.
dealing 5 points of damage.
Yeah.
So, which one did you hit? Did you hit the one with an arrow or without an arrow?
Whichever one was closest to me.
'Kay.
You tell me.
Okay. Good answer. The one without the arrow.
Okay. Ah.
Selena, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm still trying to like mentally picture these three guys. One is on the ground, is that right? That Duel first hit?
Negative. Okay.
Okay.
He's
Where
up
are they?
against like a.
So I don't have tokens to represent you guys, but originally Rune was right about here.
Okay,
The two goblins were attacking him right here.
right.
You guys all had camp around here. They had all come through here and were attacking Rune. Duel was right about here. That's where they were originally attacking him. And you're probably right here. Tanthal's probably right here. And Lynn, you're probably right about here.
Okay, so there's one in front of me that's between me and Duel, right?
Correct, because there was the one right here attacking Duel.
Okay, so I let out this blood-curdling cry and I stab him with my dagger that's still in my hand.
I like it. Not the imaginary dagger you threw.
No.
The one that somehow disappeared.
And you stab him.
Yes!
Woo! 21, let's go.
And you kill him.
Oh!
Beautiful.
I love it. And then I wipe the blood of the dagger on my pants.
That would be an action, sadly.
Oh, okay. Then I just stand there with a bloody dagger.
You're
Kira.
catching your breath.
It is your turn.
Short bow to the one that already has an arrow in him.
You hit.
Nice.
And you kill him. Right
Oh,
in the
awesome.
chest. It comes out the other end, and he just falls over
Ooh.
dead.
Oh, girl power.
Nice. Yes.
Tanthiel, it is now your turn.
So I am going to use this opportunity to say the favorite words of every first level wizard. I cast Firebolt at the last standing goblin.
Fireball. So close to Fireball.
Fireball, yeah.
Spells, Fireball.
Yeah, I'm not a high enough level to cast Fireball yet.
You miss.
Oh no.
Oh,
I have a plus
Still
7.
need more practice.
And you rolled a 1.
Whoa. Oh yeah, you really sleepy, eh?
Yes.
Okay, so it's not gonna happen this time. I need to come up with some charts for backfires and magic. But normally, if you roll a 1, it's considered a critical failure.
fail.
Uh-oh.
So what that means is usually there's some kind of repercussion. Like, if Duel was swinging his axes and Rune was right there, he may accidentally hit Rune. Or he may throw his axe, he loses his grip. Or he trips. Something usually negative happens. But
Alpha
not gonna have
almost
that
got
happen.
set on fire.
Yeah, it could have blown up in your face and blasted you back.
we are
Get no
not
more
gonna have
eyebrows.
we are not gonna have that happen this time. But for future reference.
How about he sets the marshmallows on fire?
Yes, he
What a
roasts all of
tragedy.
Duel's marshmallows.
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't
the
play
entire bag
marshmallows.
just melted.
So unfortunate.
I
It's fine,
actually
Selena was
dealt
all
10
you
damage to the bag of marshmallows.
Rune, it is your turn.
Thank goodness. Oh man. I should probably still try to get away, but they're close to me now, right? I mean,
Yes,
I
and
mean,
there is only 1 left.
And he's wounded. Thank you.
I guess I might as well try to attack. I mean, I do have a breath weapon.
You do have a breath
Okay.
weapon.
Could try that. Does that look good for me though?
So
It's
it doesn't-
Constitution.
1 sec. Okay, great. Damage. Did you do a cone or a line? Do you remember?
I don't recall having the
Okay.
options.
Fair enough. Choose right now for your breath weapon. Do you want it to be a cone, or do you want it to be a line?
A line. So a
Line?
line would be straight, and then a cone would be fanned out. So definitely line.
Okay. Oh, I
What's the
apologize.
line?
You picked cone. I see it right here.
Oh damn. Okay. Oh, but then isn't there a chance of hitting everyone else?
Exactly. That's why I was wondering if it was a line or a cone. Because right now
Okay,
you're
okay.
here. Actually, no. They pushed you. My bad.
Oh yes,
'Cause you
yes, the one that hit
disengaged.
me. Yeah, he pushed me back.
He is far enough away.
The
So he is
question
far
is-
enough away.
Okay, yeah, then I can do that.
I thought I was gonna get hit.
I should probably shout that everyone stay back first.
Give him the old "Huak."
Yes.
So you use your breath weapon. So you use your breath weapon.
Yeah.
Okay. So a thing that I like to implement, some Matt Mercer, very well-known DM, implement this thing where if you do the last damage to a creature, you explain how it happens. The stage is yours. You explain how it
Nice.
died. So like you could do a cool action scene. You do this. Like that's something that he implemented. That's something I implement. So no matter what, because of your breath weapon, this creature is going to die. So
Yeah.
explain to us what happens.
As the one back hits me backward and I fly backward, got this injury in my stomach, and I was just like, okay. I look out, I see, okay, there's enough distance between me and everyone else, so I contemplate, I think, and I'm like, okay, fine, let's go. I take a deep breath, sucking all the oxygen in the air, the immediate area around me, probably pulling the goblin a little closer to me too, and then I release everything straight into his face. It's utterly freezing him, and then he falls like apart immediately after I finish the breath.
Did you like
I gotta
grab his
end it with-
face and like get wrap in his face?
Yeah, and it's like I
Like,
grab him, I got him, I'm breathing down his whole body, completely freezing him solid. And then as soon as I finish, I'm just like, and then he falls apart. Beautifully.
Yay!
Woo!
nice.
I mean, at the end of the day, I reduced the cone also.
So that was your first combat counter. Looking at the time, that is the adventure. That is chapter 3 of Questing with Crow.
Woo.
We did it!
Yay!
We beat the
But
goblins.
it's scary.
Well done, everyone.
See, and here I was thinking you were full of hot air.
Oh,
That was great, Crow.
Nick?
Good one.
it was awesome. And I love how we're starting to work better together, and it's flowing smoother. I like that.
It is.
Party
And,
planning
always
to
take
become
a while.
party.
Yeah.
I just want to know, how did I end up with the most damage? How the hell did that happen?
'Cause you're the fighter.
Yo,
Oh, okay.
He rolled better.
Damn it. I gotta
he really
practice.
rolled good
I-
though. 'cause
I
he
rolled max.
19.
Max damage.
Thanks. I blame it on the
That's why.
DM. He's got it out for me.
Mhm.
So,
I'm lucky I didn't get the max damage because she should have been dead in 1 hit.
It's a good thing you set the alarm spell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
that was a good call.
I think next time we need at least 2 people awake all the time because that combat was very scary. It's not good
So-
for my mental health.
It is super hard to do that because if everyone's trying to go for their 6 or 8 hours,
Hmm.
how do you manage that?
Right.
I do it.
But
That
Hmm.
think on that for the next session.
yeah.
Okay.
There's a riddle there. I'm sure there is. So, everybody, this has been an absolute blast. And, Fridays are always crazy. We never know what we're going to talk about or what's going to happen. I mean, your guess is as good as ours.
We thought
Either way, I want to. We got goblins. Ha! I got to kill them with an axe. And we're having world revolution. And yeah, it's getting crazy. It's kind of like the real world. But as always, the only thing I ask is, hey, if you enjoyed this, make sure to tune in next Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern, where we do this again. Because we keep hanging out, having fun, and we have no idea what we're going to talk about. So make sure to like, subscribe to the channel, and check back next week, because who knows what the hell's going to happen. Either way, I want to say thank you so very much. Make sure to stay safe out there, and I will let you guys close it out tonight.
I killed a goblin. Yay!
You did it.
And you were here. Thank you.
Thank you all for joining us for another Crow's Questing Chapter 3. It was awesome. Thank you for the political conversations. It was also awesome, very deep, but it was good. That's all I got.
I figured we were going clockwise.
Okay. Thanks for coming, everybody. It's another crazy night, and we'll see what next week brings. Mwahaha.
No, it's me now. Okay. As usual, think critically and think deeply. Don't question everything, especially if it comes from Serenity. You never know when he's being serious. And remember, breath attacks are the best weapon.
Good advice. I like that.
Yep. I guess if someone's bothering you, just go to blow on them. Actually, maybe don't do that because I think that was classified as a form of assault after COVID.
Ooh.
Yeah, thanks everybody for joining us. Hope you had fun. Glad everybody still has all 10 digits. And hope all of you listening still have all 10 digits as well. Hopefully you're not listening from the hospital. Stay safe, stay smart, and see you next Friday.
I killed a goblin. I'm not going to forget that. That made my whole weekend. So thank you. I'm so excited. I love
These damn
every
goblins are so
moment.
hard.
So thank you for joining us, and thanks for letting me do this. This is so cool.
Goblins are hard to kill. By the
Yeah,
way,
they
does
can be.
Tough little
long rest
buggers.
heal you, or like how do you heal? I just need to
Yes.
know for next time.
Yes, long rests do heal you. But you have to get your 6 or 8. I'll redouble check that rule, but I'm pretty sure it's.
Pretty sure it's 6.
I'm pretty sure it's 6.
Well, I'm going to sleep now, and you can wake me up next week or 2 weeks from now. I'll be totally healed. We're good.
Yay.
Thank you, everybody. Have a great weekend. Stay safe out there. We'll catch you next time. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.